It is with great pleasure that we bring you a Wayang Kulit performance. Wayang Kulit is a form of traditional shadow puppet theatre popular in Malaysia and Indonesia. The aim of this performance is to entertain and educate. Although the Wayang Kulit is performed in a light-hearted and playful manner, the subject matter is serious. It is a sober reminder of the current worrying state of human rights in Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you Wayang Kulit and the ISA. Scene 1.
Once upon a time in Malaysia, there was an internet blogging prince. He spent his time day and night blogging about the daily hustle and bustle of Malaysian current affairs. He believed that Malaysia should be an open democracy where the rule of law is upheld, corruption exposed, and truth and justice allowed to prevail. Day and night, he faithfully blogged to open the eyes, ears, and minds of his fellow countrymen. He was lovingly supported by his beautiful Siamese princess. She was a faithful companion and constant source of support and inspiration in the prince's quest for a better Malaysia. Before long, however, the authorities became aware of what the prince was doing. People started questioning the government's iron-fisted control over the media. People were not allowed to congregate in groups of more than 4 without a police permit. They were barred from speaking their minds in public, daring to question the status quo. Students were banned from participating in political discourse, and the wheels of government machinery were controlled by an elite few who saw themselves as political masters rather than elected servants of the people. For all problems and irritations facing, there was but one solution. A weapon known as the Internal Security Act, or the ISA.
Our story begins one dark, stormy night. Our internet blogging prince heard a loud rap at his door.
Oh sayang, who on earth do you think that could be at this late hour?
Who else can it be at this late hour? It must be the Special Branch Secret Police. I know they've been watching us for some time now. But don't worry dear, keep calm. It will be okay. Just promise me you will take good care of yourself and the children.
Okay sayang, quickly, let's hide your computer under the trapdoor. I'll take out the fake computer to fool those silly SPs.
Special Branch Police were waiting outside. They had been sent to intimidate and warn the prince to stop his internet blogging activities.
Hey, internet blogging prince. We have heard what you are doing with your blogging activities. People are starting to question the authority of the government over their lives. They are starting to think for themselves. We can't have stuff like that going on now. You better stop it at once.
I'm afraid of people like you, huh? While you were still in your diapers, I was already writing about what's truly going on in this country of ours. If I've done anything wrong, then charge me lah.
Charge? We don't need no charge. You dreaming or what? We also don't need any evidence or arrest warrant from judge to arrest you lah. Just an order from Home Minister enough already. We also don't need any evidence. We just need to think that you are behaving suspiciously or are about to act against the government and country. Sometimes you don't even have to act in a bad way also. Sometimes you just have to think or talk in a way that we don't like. And we can also catch and detain you without trial for as long as we like. What? But that's unjust, totally unfair. How can you arrest someone without any evidence or charge? Hey, you woman, shut up you. Don't you know, this is Malaysia, and we can do whatever we like. Tangkap him!
The prince and the princess tussle with the Special Branch officers. judicial branch officers bundled the prince into a car. The princess followed closely behind in her car.
Chase the car, don't let it out of your sight. We have to see where they're taking Daddy. If they block our way, langgar je. Hey, there's a car chasing us. Balik lah. Hey, what colour does your car drive? What colour does your wife drive? What colour car does your wife drive?
Well, it's a black hatchback, I think. Let me see. Ah.
Wow, your wife is one damn good Formula 1 driver. Look how she's chasing us. Ayo, it's supposed to be the other way around.
Well, that's my wife for you. Scene 2.
My boyfriend arrives.
At the Palace of Justice, 2 tourists from England were admiring the beautiful architecture and surroundings. Here come the tourists admiring the architecture from England.
This Palace of Justice is really magnificent, don't you think? Really grand. Just one thing though, it seems very empty. I wonder why there aren't any trials going on here.
I know what you mean. It does seem a little strange. I wonder if this is where they're having that trial of that internet blogging prince fellow.
Yes, I read about that. Scary stuff. I wonder what he was writing about. I hope he has a fair trial.
Let me see if there is someone local I could ask about this. Excuse me, is this where the trial of that internet prince, is going to take place?
Oh, the internet blogging prince? No lah, he was arrested under the ISA. So no need for trial. ISA might as well stand for Ikut Suka Aku.
Ikut Suka Aku? What that?
It just means as I like it. The government can do whatever they want. They are probably going to hold him for a very long time until they send him crazy and turn his thinking around. You know, break his spirit, brainwash him, make him feel really desperate lah.
So this ISA thingy, has this happened before?
Oh my god, it's been happening since the 60s lah. That time they said only the communists would kena. But after a time, the opposition leaders and human rights activists and journalists and academics also kena. The worst arrest happened in 1987 in one operation called Operasi Lalang.
Well, what happened then?
Well, the government seized the opportunity to crack down on anyone who was deemed a threat to the ruling status quo. So they arrested 106 people. 40 of them ended up spending almost 2 years in armed detention in Kamuting. When they were released, none of them received clear explanation as to why they were arrested and detained, and none of them were ever charged.
What the hell is this? This can't be going on in this day and age.
Oh, trust me. Unfortunately, it's happening right now itself. The treatment inside is terrible. Sometimes you face psychological pressure, threats, intimidation, sometimes physical torture, oh God. Sometimes they hold you in a 10 by 10 foot cell. No access to the outside world, incommunicado for up to 60 days. Your toilet is in the cell also, just a hole in the ground, no running water. Food, also terrible lah. Wouldn't even feed it to your pet chihuahua. Ayo, maybe I'm saying too much. I better shut up. Otherwise, I also get kena under the ISA. Detention without trial, a 10 by 10 foot cell, incommunicado for up to 60 days, psychological and mental torture in Malaysia? Gosh, that's terrible!
discussion later.
So, now you still feel so strong? You still want to liberate the minds of your fellow Malaysians? They don't give a damn about you. Still want to think, talk and act for yourself? You know you are scum. No one cares about you. No one is going to fight for you, you bloody pariah dog. Still defiant, is it? Okay, see how long before you get to see your wife and children. Still don't want to admit you are wrong? Then you don't leave until you die. By then everyone will have forgotten all about you. Yeah, you better change your attitude. Remember what we did to that last guy? We put him through the special torture treatment.
Yes, we took him out of his cell, made him strip naked, beat him with our batons till he was black and blue, spat on him, kicked his naked buttocks, forced him to crawl back into his cell on his hands and knees. After that, he made no more fuss.
You are still stubborn. We can do the same to you.
Here, sign this confession now.
But it's 600 pages long. I'm not guilty of any of these so-called crimes. Traitor to country and God. Why are you considered a traitor for expressing your opinions? Unpatriotic. That's rubbish. I love my country. That's why I'm standing up for all social justice and democracy. Assassination of JFK. These allegations are all so crazy.
Just sign it, stupid. Sign it. Sign it. You must sign every page.
All 600 pages?
All 600. We have all the time in the world. And you are not going anywhere.
Hey, he's laughing at us. What is so funny? What do you think is so funny? Stop laughing. This is the ISA. This is serious, Lakodo. This is not a funny film. You better stop it. I'm warning you.
The end. Malaysia's Internal Security Act is a law that allows for indefinite detention without trial. In the last 50 years, over 10,000 people have been detained under the ISA, the large majority of whom have been human rights activists, political opposition leaders, journalists, bloggers, and ordinary civilians. Under the ISA, a person can be detained for up to 60 days without warrant or trial and without access to legal counsel. In June this year, the UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention visited Malaysia and concluded that the ISA must be repealed and torture and detention be brought to an immediate end. To this end, we call on the Malaysian government to repeal the ISA and sign and abide by the UN Convention Against Torture, that it may then earn the respect and admiration of both the international community and the citizens that it serves. Thank you.